All right, so today we're going to be showing you the third part on how to clean the AR. The first part was the bolt carrier group. Second part was the upper and the barrel. And now I'm just going to be showing you how to clean the lower. Mind you, the lower does not get dirty. It doesn't get too dirty at all, so it's not going to be a long video. I'm pretty much just going to go over how to make the spring in here a little bit more quiet, and then also just a couple parts you should just clean really quickly and lubricate. And these, I do it for all of my rifles. So yeah, let's get into it. First thing you're gonna need, some grease, whatever kind of grease you use. Some people use white lithium, a certain kind, just to make it more quiet or whatnot. This stuff works pretty good in my opinion, or any type of grease. If you don't got grease, it's fine. Just use some good quality gun oil. So the first part I'm gonna go over is how to get this spring out right here. And pretty much I have what I call a grown man's toothpick, or whatever you want to call it. There's this little pin that's holding the spring back. You're going to want to compress the spring just a tad bit. Press this down and then let the spring come out. So what I like to do is just take a microfiber cloth after the range and whatnot and just kind of wipe her down real quick. There we go. Not anything too crazy. Just a quick wipe down. Next thing we're gonna do, if you have a 20 gauge or 12 gauge like mop device, right? What you can do is just put it on the end of a rod. Oh, let me get one real quick. Get it on the end of the rod real quick. And just pretty much stick it down in that tube and try to clean off the sides as best as possible. As you can see, it's not that much dirt that comes off, but it's just nice to get this stuff clean inside, just in case if any gunk or carbon gets built up down there. So once you do that, next thing you can go and do, you can take your little brush or whatever it is. If your hammer is cocked back, right? So I'll show you. So this is cocked forward. This is back, right? Make sure when you're disengaging the safety and you're letting this go that you actually catch this piece of metal, okay? Because on a cheaper trigger system or whatnot, it might hit this metal and break or snap right here. It's not likely to happen, but it might, so just watch out for that, okay? I don't really take a lot of hops number 9, but you can just put a little bit on the side right there, a little bit on the other side, and just kind of give it a good scrub. I'm going to get a smaller brush for this. And again, this stuff does not get, it doesn't really get too dirty. And then we'll just go in here with a microfiber cloth. You don't really need a rag for it. Or not a rag, but a brush. Just kind of go in there, make sure it's all clean, whatnot. Take the microfiber cloth, get inside the trigger bay as best as possible. And then there's just going to be a couple spots where I like to put a little bit of oil. One is going to just be one drop on each one of these springs, just so the wear and tear doesn't, it's just going to make it last longer, honestly. And then another spot down in here, these two springs in there, so just a little bit. And then where the safety is, just put about a drop on top on the right side and on the left side, and that's just going to make your safety a little bit more smooth. Work that in a little bit. Next spots I'm going to do is just a little bit on the takedown pins, just a tad bit, nothing crazy. Now once you got that done, you can leave this alone. What I'm going to do is now pretty much grease up the spring. And the reason I grease up the spring is just to make it a little bit more quiet and the action a lot smoother. So pretty much what I do is I just take a good clump. Just make sure this is off, whatever that thing is. All right. I just take a good clump in my hand, about the size of a pea. There we go. And I just I stroke that thing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just go back and forth, get it as much as possible on there. Or not as much as possible. You can do the whole fucking thing, but that's not, it's gonna gunk up your gun. And pretty much I'm just gonna do a little bit more. And really making sure to get up here. Awesome. And now what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of my hops number 9, just put it in my hand again, just a little bit. The gun oil, my bad, not number 9. Don't put number 9 on there. And just again, just kind of put it on there. Awesome. There we go. I'm going to put that down. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just put a little bit more grease on my finger, just a tad bit. I'm going to go inside here and just pretty much just the outside or the inside where you put it in, just put a circle of that stuff. And that's it. Now, let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back with you. Awesome. So next thing we're gonna do is put the spring back in the buffer tube. And what I like to do is just get the end of the spring, put it all the way down in there until you can't put it down anymore. Get your grown man's toothpick or whatever you want to use to press down this spring right here. Press that spring down. And then take the spring, and there we go. Now, you got a clean lower. And again, these things don't get crazy dirty, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And then I'm just gonna go over the outside. Put some number 9 on there. And just kind of just give it a good wipe down with the microfiber cloth. Making sure everything's nice and clean. some. Now I'm gonna go get the upper real quick. Now this is my DMR build, so I have a big old scope on that motherfucker. And pretty much what you're gonna wanna do is align these two parts right here best as possible. I'm gonna try to do this on camera. There we go. And then we're gonna put this down and pretty much give it a couple racks. Let's see if I can get this in frame. Hold on. And give it a couple racks. Make sure all that grease inside the buffer tube is all nice. And there you go. That's just how to clean the lower. Nice, quick, and easy. If you have any questions on anything about the upper or the bolt carrier group, I do have 2 other videos that will be in the same series as this one. So yeah, have a good day, guys.